Hello, everybody out there in podcast land. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Lone Wolf Paintball. Lone Wolf Paintball is an online supplier that has been around for a very long time. They've actually been Michigan's premier paintball field and supplier since 1987. Now expanding into the online retail store, they are really trying to do their best to supply everything you need to the paintball community. They have it all. You can head over to lonewolfpaintball.com. If you want Field 1, HK, GI, Dye, it doesn't matter. They got it. You can surf the website. You can check it out. They have what you need, guaranteed. And they also boast excellent customer service and same-day shipping. That's pretty badass. You could go to the website, order something, and it's going to be sent out that day. That's fantastic. That's amazing customer service. So again, guys, if you would like, you could head over to lonewolfpaintball.com. You could also check them out on YouTube and Instagram. Their Instagram is Lone Wolf PB, and their YouTube is Lone Wolf Paintball. And you can see and keep up to date with all their latest deals, their sales, their content. It's a lot of really fun stuff. Play the Game Podcast is excited to have them on board, and you guys should head over and become part of the community. All right. This episode is brought to you by Transfuse. Transfuse is the only all-natural electrolyte drink that you guys need to have in your cabinets. We love this stuff. We've been using this for an entire season now. This stuff is amazing. I feel great when I drink Transfuse. I drink it every single day. I don't go a day without putting a packet of Transfuse in my water. It's very easy, very portable, easy to travel with, and delicious to drink, which means that you're going to love drinking it and you're going to drink more of it, which is going to be incredibly beneficial to your health. Has magnesium, potassium, sodium, which are all amazing for proper hydration. It has zinc, vitamin C, vitamin B, and choline. These things are incredible cognitive enhancers and immune boosting formulas that you don't want to miss out on, especially in times like this. I'm telling you, I drink Transfuse every single day. I love it. Tyler does as well. Anybody who has tried it has been just pouring with great feedback back to us. There's a reason that they're at all the NXL events, and a lot of the top teams and top professionals are using this product. Do not walk around dehydrated. I never realized how dehydrated I was, even when I was drinking all sorts of water. It's not enough. You need the proper nutrition. You need the right ingredients. Transfuse has done a great job of curating the perfect formula. Transfuse is absolutely spectacular, and for all of our listeners, there is a special deal for any Play the Game listener. If you head over to translabs.com, that's translabs.com, and use code PLAYTHEGAME at checkout, you will get 10% off. If you subscribe, which means they auto ship you your package every single month, whatever you want, whatever type, whatever flavor, whatever electrolyte formula you desire, they will give you an additional 11% off. So it becomes a 21% discount exclusively for all Play the Game listeners. Huge, huge shout out. And we are incredibly thankful for our supporters. And if you guys would like to go support them, it's translabs.com. Use code Play the Game. We are brought to you by Heal Brand. Heal Brand is the best CBD company that we have ever come across. I've been taking CBD products for years now, and I absolutely love it. But Heal Brand has taken my CBD consumption level to the next tier. This stuff is really the luxurious, high-quality, best brand that you're going to come across. Their whole claim to fame is the nanotechnology. It's the real deal. The claim is that through their nanotechnology, the CBD can actually break through the cellular wall and get into the bloodstream much faster and more efficiently. So you need less to do more. Often CBD products, you'll need to take it for a couple weeks before you really start noticing all of the benefits. With this stuff, as soon as you take it, you notice it right away. Within 15, 20 minutes, you're feeling the benefits of CBD. CBD is great for inflammation, anxiety, sleeping, all sorts of different stuff. CBD is really exploding on the scene because it has such a wide variety of benefits. I personally love to use CBD before I go to bed so I can get a full, well-rested night of sleep. Sleep is so crucial. It's so important. If you want to recover well, if you want to fight off depression and anxiety and those unwanted emotions, proper sleep is where you need to start. CBD products really help me do that, and Heal Brand CBD has a wide variety of options of different products, different formulas. It is all natural. It's amazing. This stuff is fantastic. You guys can head over to healbrand.com, check them out, and there is an exclusive offer to all of our PTG listeners. If you use code PLAYTHEGAME at checkout, you'll get 10% off. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by our favorite tax guy, David Roque. It's that time of the year. It's tax season. Tax season is incredibly daunting. It's intimidating. It's the time of the year that you really need somebody on your side that understands how to get you the most out of, everything that you've worked for all year. So having somebody that you are not intimidated to go and speak with and ask questions, somebody that's going to do whatever they can to make sure that you can maximize your returns is crucial during these times. David is an accountant and paintball player from South Florida with over 6 years of personal and corporate tax experience. And he has clients throughout the United States. So it doesn't matter what state you're in, he knows the legislation, and he's willing to do whatever he can to make sure that you feel comfortable in getting, the most out of your return, and are confident that his filings are, done with due diligence. And I can personally say, so far, David has been excellent. We are so incredibly happy to be working with him with Play the Game podcast. He is doing all of the PTG filings and tax returns, and so far he's been absolutely amazing. We have a pretty complex situation with Tyler being in Arizona and myself being in California, so he has been amazing at answering all questions and making sure that we are comfortable in filing this return. He's really good at maximizing your return and making sure that you keep all the money that you can out of the money that you earned. So why not go with him? If you have a small business or have thought about starting one, David is also there to help you out with understanding corporate taxes. He can help establish your business, start up payroll, or help with bookkeeping. This is all really important stuff, and this is stuff that we're learning, Tyler and myself, along the way. We need better techniques, and we're going to be using him going forward, absolutely. Let him know that you're a fellow paintball player and that you're recommended by us at Play the Game, and he will make sure to help you out for under $200 for a federal and state return. I mean, that's crazy. That's great prices. If you guys have gone to H&R Block or any of these other places, they charge a hefty fee. It's pretty expensive to do your taxes. So we have somebody in the paintball community that is offering a great service at a premium price. And we hope that you guys definitely check him out. You can find him at his email, droque954@gmail.com. That is DROQUE954@gmail.com. He's fantastic. Check him out 100%. It is D Roque Accounting. That is his company. That is his business. This is what he does, and he's here to help you. Yo, PTG fam, thank you guys again, as always, so much for tuning into the show. This time we have Joe and Tony from Lone Wolf Paintball. They own and operate a very successful field online retail store and have been in the game for a very long time. So this was a fun conversation to kind of dive into the business side of the sport and just have another good paintball discussion with some longtime paintball patrons. All right, everybody, see you in the show.
That was an insane inside move by Marcelo Margot. Great communication.
And the crowd starts chanting Harmon.
Great shot by all the guys. So Tyler Harmon saved that game.
He came out with 2 wins. Marcelo Margot was on fire.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Joe and Tony from Lone Wolf Paintball. What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good. How about yourself, man?
Pretty good. Yeah,
good.
Can't complain. These early morning shows are fun. We like these ones as well. It's a good way to get the day started. Have a great conversation with some fellow paintball players and paintball businessmen.
So you got a cup of coffee on the other side of that camera, or what?
Yeah, of course. You know how it goes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Got it in the Play the Game podcast mug. You can go over to the website and snatch one of those up.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Free plug right there for your own show.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. It's good to see you guys. So how is everything out there? Tell us, you guys are actually tapping in from 2 different locations. So where are each of you at right now?
Well, Joe, I'll let you answer that question.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm actually in my office, and then Tony is at his office. So
nice. And what area exactly are you guys in? Like the cities?
Yeah. So we're in Clinton Township, Michigan, which is about 20 minutes north of like downtown, like Detroit proper. So just north of Detroit. So we've born and raised in the Metro Detroit area, and almost been operating out of this area for 30 years now. So
yes, you guys have, dominating, and it's been an amazing journey that you guys have been on, and now you guys are doing amazing things in so many different ways in the paintball landscape. So it's for the Midwest area, you guys have brought so much to that paintball scene out there.
We've tried.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, what was you say?
I was going to say, I think a lot of it started, obviously, we got brought into the game very, very young. literally
Yeah.
almost out of diapers brought onto the field. So
Oh, wow.
our passion over these last 20 years have grown. So we kind of want to bring that, to the upcoming generation. If there's
Yes.
not young kids playing, the sport's not going to go anywhere.
That's it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's part of the reason we were excited to talk to you guys. Obviously, Lone Wolf has become a sponsor of Play the Game podcast, of the show. And you guys have a very successful field out there, online retail store. Again, like Tyler said, you guys are doing some really good things for the sport. So definitely excited to talk about where that passion came from, how you guys got into the game, and what brought you down the path that you guys are on now. And, also super cool. You guys are brothers and been doing this together for such a long time. Like that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, it always is. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I love working with my brother, and yeah, we're I've always been super close growing up, only 2 years apart in age, so played on a lot of the same sports teams, played on paintball teams together, and yeah, it's a real
Nice.
family affair. Our dad had started this company back in like the late '80s, so it's always been family owned. It was his dream. He was real big into sports, that type of stuff, and shooting real guns and everything. And
Yeah.
he was been a businessman his whole life. Him and his dad owned businesses in the Eastern market, doing produce and that. And yeah, one day he heard about this new paintball survival game and whatnot, and picked up a paintball gun and whatnot, met some buddies out in the woods. He always tells a story that he, the first time when he grabbed a gun, he came home from work, told my mom, they're separated now, but at the time, obviously they wwere together, and told him, was like, hey, he's like, we're going to go out and play this survival game, this paintball game. She said, the hell you are. And he said, the hell I am, and took off. So probably maybe half the reason they're not together anymore. But, fast forward 30 years and all kind of played out pretty well. So, and that was kind of the start of it. They started playing in the woods, and yeah, like a lot of guys back then. I mean, the whole business came about. Paintball was super expensive when it first came out, so he got some dealer accounts so he could start getting some cheaper stuff, and eventually got tired of going to other fields that were kind of unorganized and whatnot, and said eventually started his own field and got out of the produce business and started running Lone Wolf full time. So
What a legend. That is awesome.
Yeah, he's old and wispy now, but he used to be a lot better.
Dude, he's a legend forever. When you talk to him, tell him we said thank you for everything he's done, because that's amazing stuff right there.
We certainly will.
Yeah, that's really cool too. That it's been a family run business from the inception, and to have something that you guys were able to do with your father. We talk about it on the show a lot. Paintball's such an amazing sport because it really is a family connector. Father son, father daughter, mother son, mother daughter. Like, it doesn't matter. Families that play paintball together, they fall in love with it. I've gone and done quite a few clinics where you have full on family affairs coming out, and the game is a real connector in that way. So that's awesome. You guys have kind of had a similar story.
Speaking of that, Marcelo,
Yeah.
I think the first national event my brother, my dad, and I played was Pittsburgh, the International Open. I think I was maybe 12 or 13. Joe was 14 or 15, I believe. So I don't know. I'm
Nice.
sure you guys remember the International Amateur Open.
Yeah.
Wait, what year was this?
Well,
No.
I was young. I don't know. I was 12 or 15.
Yeah.
I think I was still crawling around maybe.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you guys now?
I am turning 32 here in 2 days.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. And Joe, you're 30. You're the younger brother.
no, I'm actually older.
You're older
34.
brother. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have more gray hair than him.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I got the salt and pepper coming in too. Greenspan's got the
Me
salt
too.
and pepper. It's
There you go.
it's great. So yeah, no, we're all around the same age. A little bit older. I'm 30. I'm about to be 31 here. I mean, goodness, it continues to go by. Huh? It doesn't slow down.
All right.
It doesn't stop. At some point, I thought it's just going to stop. Be 30 for the rest of the time.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm glad when you asked how old we were that he answered first, because half the time I got to that point, like, I don't even remember. I'm like, start doing the math. And I was like, I know I'm 2 years older than him. So when he said 32, I knew I was 34. So
That's awesome. My boys, I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. And so they're 2 years apart, and I'm excited for them to be able to have a similar journey as you guys, be able to, play sports together, and who knows, maybe get into business together and just be able to have a buddy that they can traverse this wild world with and have some fun, and who knows, they might even play a little paintball together and we'll start a paintball team and get those guys rolling out there as well.
There you go. Dynasty Junior,
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
the Iron Kids back in the day or something?
Yep.
Mhm.
I actually, I was thinking I started off, my team was Twisted Kids. So, doing something, maybe revamping the old TK and getting the Twisted Kids going again
Oh, dude, that'd be tight.
when they get ready. Yeah.
Yeah. My team was the Die Kids.
Yeah.
I don't
Heck
think
yeah.
I don't think I'll be revamping that one anytime soon. But it was a cool name back in the day. I'll never forget. Actually, Die started selling stickers that had our team logo. I don't know if you remember those, like Die Kids stickers.
Oh,
It had
I
like
do.
the kid with like the slingshot out of his back pocket.
Yeah.
I thought we were so cool because that was our logo, and I was like 12 years old, that was the shit for me. I was like,
Dude,
"Damn,
that was your team.
that was my team." Yeah.
I had that sticker when I was a kid.
Oh, that's tight.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I mean, dude, we won a lot. All the local stuff, like we
Mhm.
we were kicking butt. But
Were
Yeah.
you guys both of you born and raised in the California area or no?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mhm.
Lucky for you.
I
Very.
know. Seriously. Yeah. I was in the NorCal Valley in Modesto with like the Los Angeles Ironmen were training out of that area in Modesto with Rich Telford at that time.
Yep.
And then Marcelo grew up in SoCal there in the Mecca, down there at that time as well.
Yeah. Absolutely very fortunate with
Mhm.
just where we were born in the game.
For
Totally.
sure. Yeah, California's had so many successful teams. I mean, so
Mhm.
you guys, that's why you guys are so good.
Yeah, we're holding on. We're hanging in there.
Trying, it definitely helps to have a good circle of people to grow up playing against,
Totally.
So many players don't have that opportunity. If you don't have better people to play, if you're the best player at your field, it's going to be really hard to
Never
get
gonna
better.
any better.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. So guys, I'm really curious, for us, it's really fascinating, players that do end up taking the business route. I think one of our favorite conversations was with Marky, just the whole HK Army story and how they came to be. Cause I think, and I could be wrong, but I feel like most players, the original aspirations are typically to go pro, and somewhere along the line, there's a fork in the road, and some people continue to chase the pro dream and some people go and dominate the business side of things. It seems like you chose the business route. Kind of talk to us about, again, like when you guys first got into playing, what your goals were there. I mean, I guess you kind of did, since it was already a family business. So that might've been the plan from the get-go.
Joe, you want to tackle that or you want me to?
Yeah, no, I mean, we both kind of, I mean, we started playing. At the first time I, actually played on the field, I was like 7 years old, hit the field with my dad and
7.
whatnot. Yeah, 7 years, obviously you had to be, I think technically 10, but, since he kw somebody.
Yeah, I was going to say you lied to the owner, huh?
Yeah. So able to sneak on and start playing. But yeah, I was hooked on it right away. Loved
Awesome.
playing. And I'd go to work with him every weekend. He'd be running the field and that type of stuff. I'd be out just, running the courses, playing. He'd have me, I'd ref some days and, play the next day and shoot pretty much as much paint as he'd let me and all that. But yeah, growing up, like you said, man, I mean, I always, I'd wanted to be pro just like everybody else. We grew up, there's a lot of good talent in the area. You mentioned like Brian Fowl, LB, Travis Lemansky, Greg Posey, Andy Kopchak, the Fusion team, all those guys. So it's like, a lot of them worked and played at Lone Wolf, and so yeah, I mean, growing up seeing those guys and what they were doing, it's like they were our idols.
What a dream! What a dream come true, man! To live that paintball life at such a young age with all those amazing players. Wow.
We took our lumps, man. Let me tell you what. Yeah.
So
Never forget, we used to have a Wednesday night practice and all the Fusion guys and a lot of those pros, Andy and, LB would put the hurting on us.
Oh yeah. The Wednesdays.
But
I know.
as Marcelo said, if you don't have any better players to play against, you're never going to get better. So we went
That's
out
the
there
key.
and would barely ever win a game, but you learned real quick.
Forced
Yeah.
to.
Otherwise, it hurt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
that's for sure. But grew up always playing together. We'd organize local teams and all that. Yeah, wanted to go pro, and eventually, it's a tough road. Obviously, you guys know it's a lot of work, and to get noticed and things like that. And yeah, but grew up playing, graduated from high school, and we both got into college. Went to school for business, and we're
Nice.
still playing. And eventually, it's hard to keep a team together. It's like you start to get good, and then all of a sudden, this guy's got that, and this guy's got that, and someone's having a kid now, and yeah, the dreams of kind of being a pro player, started to fade away. But the business side was always strong, and that's where yeah, Tony and I saw a real opportunity. My dad was been in the game for a long time, and whatnot, and just obviously wasn't as up on like the social media and the things like that we've really grown the business on. So as we were going to college, kind of initially had plans maybe do some other things, and saw a big opportunity. It's like we've been in this game forever. We know it like the back of our hand. We love the sport, and it's like we could really really take it to the next level for ourselves and just for the Michigan community. And now it's like what we've done over the last 5 years. We've just grown nationally, where it's awesome, man. We get messages from kids across the country and across the world like, hey, we watch your videos, you're the reason we got into paintball and all that. And it's cool to see. It's cool to see us having a positive impact on everybody. So
It is. It's truly special, and you guys have done a tremendous job. What school exactly did you guys go to? And I also want to ask about, the social media aspect of what you guys are doing, because I think you do a tremendous job at it. And it's just staying connected, right? It's being there for not only your customers but your friends, because these people, the paintball community, we're all pretty tight knit, and it's like a family, and they truly appreciate everything that you bring to the landscape for them.
yeah, let Tony maybe take this one.
Yeah.
School.
Yeah.
I ended up graduating. It's called Walsh College of Accountancy School. I got a
Awesome.
bachelor's in business administration. And then Joe, he went to Wayne State University and actually got a bachelor's in criminal justice.
Nice.
Wow.
There we go.
So obviously just trying to learn, you learn a lot of things in college as into what kind of you need to do for the next step. So like Joe said, I mean, we realized, wow, if we really pound the social media platform hard, then we're going to, the outreach is huge. Obviously we're across the country, and now we're into the world. I mean, we ship orders to Spain and Greece, all over the place. And it's crazy.
Yeah. Nice. And who was the one that like really took the reins on that first and was like, all right, we're going to run with this. I'm doing videos every day. Who was the one that first jumped on that?
I would say Joe. Well, we got a media guy named Mark. He's a good guy. He's been with us for a long time. He really pushed us into the videos, doing them 5 days a week. Joe, held on to that, started seeing that we were doing well. So, every single week on Thursday, that's what I'm doing. I'm shooting 5 videos or 7 videos, depending on what it is.
You're crushing it.
We're trying to, man. We're trying to bring as much knowledge to the new kids that are getting into the sport, obviously, to show them, what to look forward to, what you need to do. So maybe one day they'll end up like you guys.
Real quick, for all of the listeners, head over and check out the Lone Wolf Paintball YouTube channel. It's fantastic. You guys do a really good job on there. And I agree. I think more content that we can have as a collective sport, if kids can just go on YouTube and be able to see like, okay, how to play, how to take care of your gun. You could do that for golf. You could do it for hockey, basketball, any other sport. You can do that, and you can really like fall in love with the process because of the internet. And paintball, we need more of it, right? So we definitely appreciate what you guys are doing over there. There we go.
You guys as well, though, to play the game. You guys have a lot of viewers, man. So you guys are killing it as well.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, it's all love. We're so grateful that people are even still listening to us. It's been a lot of fun connecting with everybody, and we're just truly, to the core, so grateful and honored to be a part of paintball. Like we talk about a lot, we got really lucky with making good connections and being able to be in the right place at the right time and make a couple good shots and climb the ladders. And so we're just very fortunate, and we're very humbled and just grateful to be working with people like you guys and having fun playing paintball.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys are doing a great job over there. I know a lot of guys that are professional players that can be kind of standoffish, kind of thinking better than others, don't want to help the new kids out. you guys are doing an excellent job with that. So
much love.
yeah, for
it,
sure.
It fills our cup up. We love it. It's everything.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're past the point in our career where you're too cool, or you just want to focus on playing, or that's a a personality that I think sometimes is required when you're younger, coming up and trying to build a name for yourself. You got to stay focused 100% on just one thing. Not to say that we're not focused 100% on competing, but I've realized, and I know Tyler has as well, that there's more important things now to both of us, and that is getting the sport the notoriety that it deserves, and no one's going to do it for us. We have to do it from within. So that's why we're always pushing. We love what Ronnie does. Yeah. We know. You guys sponsor them as well. They're just fantastic for the sport of paintball. We need these personalities. We need these players that are not afraid to put themselves out there and create content. We need people like you guys. Anyone who's making good paintball content, you are helping the sport tremendously. Maddie Marshall with Go Sports, and Cena and what they're doing. It's so crucial to the fabric of our game. If we don't have it, the sport just fizzles away. I don't think recreational play will ever really go anywhere, but the tournament side surely can. And the sport as a profession could kind of disappear. So it's important to us to continue to do that.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
No.
Yeah, we fully agree there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no,
guys,
that was.
no, go ahead.
So that was one of the reasons why we were real excited to work with you guys. To work with the Ronnie Dizons and the Boot Chad, and we're actually working with Harrison Fry. He's got another real good creator. So yeah, it's awesome, man. And we're all need to join forces. Guys, like I said, you guys have the playing aspect and that type of stuff. We focus on the reviews, how to's, just getting people into it. But you guys nailed it, man. It's just with everybody's putting out content, working together, and joining forces. You guys are good at things, we're good at things, and let's put that together, and let's just keep growing it, man. Let's get as many people into paintball as we can.
That's it.
How long ago did you guys start really pushing social media? I'm sorry if you mentioned it. Like, when did you guys start building the YouTube channel? Because again, it's a very successful channel.
Yeah, the YouTube stuff. Well, actually, it came about in 2011 is when I bought the business for my dad. He was kind of getting ready to retire, been in it for, a long time already, and was getting some other businesses and whatnot. So it's like, that's when I, this is when, MySpace and that type of stuff was popular. So we started pushing that, and we were really one of the first brands on Facebook that would, we, built a huge following on Facebook. We'd take photos every weekend at the park and let the players know, hey, go check out your private party photos and whatnot. And, so it's, social media has kind of been since day one, since we took it over, has been part of like who we are. And it's like, we just, we were young, we were in tune, we knew what was going on. And so man, this is going to be huge. This is how we're going to, really get paintball out to the world. And, so yeah, it was just the years of Facebook and, doing a lot of promotion on there. We were super successful. And then, like Tony mentioned, in 2015 is when Mark, who was our full-time media guy now, he was our website designer. He came to us. He's got a big background of photography and videography as well. And he's like, man, I really think you guys could do well if, you start making some YouTube videos. You've done well with your Facebook, and this is before Instagram and that type of stuff. And he's like, I think there's a couple other paintball channels out there. They're pretty big. They've been in it for a while, but if you guys start doing it, we're like, all right. I was a believer in it. I'm like, well, the last 4 or 5 years, I've got to where I am thus far because of social media. So I'm like, yeah, I can see it. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. We started out, it was, all right, we'll do 2 videos a week, and so he'd come and shoot some videos, and, and it's just hard, it's hard to start, it's like that mountain to get to that first 1,000 subscribers where, YouTube will start giving you some features to actually start growing, it's hard, you get the, those negative comments, oh, you guys are dumb or whatever. And it's like, hey, you got to tune it out. So, I mean, that's one of the things I spoke at the GI Core event a couple years ago. They had us, all the different retailers would come in and store owners and talk about different parts of business. And that's what I told those guys. I'm like, you just got to put out content. It's like, don't be scared. Don't be shy. Don't be like, well, so-and-so is already doing it, so why should I? Go, no, just do it. You're going to, it'd be a bit of a climb, just like anything, man. Anything in life that's worth getting, you got to put some work into. So, you'll have some haters along the way and all that, but
Yeah,
just brush it off and just focus on what you're doing and keep on going. So
if you're good, you'll have a lot of haters, and that's what you really want.
yeah, that's
exactly
what we
right.
joke about. Yeah, it's like you've made it when you start getting guys that are constantly hating on you and all that. So but hey,
Yeah.
it's part of life. So
You're
That
never
is-
going to please everybody.
that is
Never.
100%.
No matter what you do. And like the sooner you realize that as a content creator, the better,
Yeah.
Most important is find something that you value, figure out what your goals and your integrity is going to look like. And that's, run with that. If you believe in what you're doing, you got to ignore the comments. You got to ignore all the BS, because there's negative people in the world that want to bring you down, whether they know you, don't know you, and it's an ugly thing. You do have to ignore it for sure.
And
So
a lot of the times they don't know you. That is
Right.
the issue.
Exactly.
They have no idea who they have no idea, but you got to learn to ignore it, like you said, and just keep on moving. Keep doing your own thing.
Absolutely.
that's so true. Yeah, you're right. Most of the time they don't know you. That's so true.
They're all
And
the keyboard warriors, and
Yeah.
gotta
It's this
ignore it.
weird disconnected thing that people feel they can just get online and write whatever they want. They would never say this to you in person,
100%.
They would
They'll
never
ask
say
for
it to
your
you.
autograph in
Yeah,
person.
sure,
Autograph
right,
on the back.
exactly. Yeah, 100%.
That's hilarious.
I've seen that before.
So smart. Man, so smart that you guys got in on that space so early. And there's still people to this day, if you can believe it or not, that are still, holding off from attacking the social media side with their companies, or, just maybe not giving it the amount of value that it deserves, because it is everything, and it will continue to be everything moving into the future. You've got to be on the phones. The phone is the new TV, for advertising. It is just the thing that everybody's looking at. So if you're out there, definitely start building that YouTube, start building that Facebook, that Instagram, and get yourself out there on the internet.
We just hopped on the TikTok train like Marky from HK.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
We're
Follow
supposed
us
to be on.
the plug in there. Hit us up on TikTok.
There you go.
Oh, I got you. Once I figure out my password for the TikTok.
Tyler submarined us with the TikTok. He set it up so there's a play the game TikTok, but he can't figure out the password situation.
Yeah.
So, which I don't understand. Can't you just do forgot my password? I'm so confused as to why we can't.
I know.
keep
I've been
going.
trying. I'm at a loss, but I'm
It's
trying to
okay.
figure this out. Yeah.
It's all right. Honestly, I are you guys still seeing really good engagement with TikTok? I feel like Instagram, it's what they did to Snapchat essentially. Although Snapchat's making a rebound, it is for kind of the younger generation, but I feel like Instagram's just they did the same thing to Clubhouse. Clubhouse was this great new app, and now Instagram offers that feature as well. And you know how people are, they prefer convenience. If you could have like a one-stop shop, why would you go to all the individual spots? I get kind of like the online retailer you guys got going on, but
Yeah.
it's, with Instagram, if they offer all that stuff, I don't know, is TikTok, is it still the move? You guys think it's still the move? Do we need to get this?
I'd say so.
It's been growing for us. I mean, we had one
Okay.
video
Okay.
that actually just took off and had close
Yeah.
to 600,000 views. in a
Damn,
couple
nice.
days.
Yeah.
I don't know how their algorithms work over there, but
Sure.
hey, take it.
Sure.
Marky just hit 1 million. He's got 1
He's
million
huge.
followers.
Marky's huge on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
The reels on Instagram are starting to become a really big thing. Like I've realized if you make a reel on Instagram, it gets a ton of engagement, way more than anything else, because it auto populates on the discovery page. It's much more likely to populate on people's discovery page than your video or your picture if you do an actual reel. So reels on Instagram are the ticket right now, I think. They're trying to compete with TikTok, of course, right? They see all these users go over to TikTok and like, dude, I just got 100,000 views. I only have like maybe 2,000 followers on Instagram. What the heck's going on? They're getting your content in front of a ton of eyes. So
That's good to know.
yeah, totally. Yeah. Reels on
Wow.
IG.
Cool.
But
Love that. All right, now I got to know. Talk to us about. Did you guys play tournament ball together at all on the
yeah.
same team? Okay, so I want to hear those stories of like you guys playing paintball in the beginning, how it all started. Was your dad involved? Did he play on the team or anything like that? I gotta know the details.
You want to handle the Dixie wreck or no?
Yeah, we'd started Tony mentioned we were young kids, first, national event we played with their dad. It was, the International Amateur Open, the early 2000s. I mean, that used to be like the big tournament of the year, you know, aside from World Cup. You know, everybody would go to Pittsburgh and play that. So yeah, as young kids, you know, we yeah, you know, got into the tournament scene with him, you know, played events together. We still got pictures of all three of us, you know,
Oh, that's
playing it from the
awesome.
home bunker and all that as young, you know, young guys. So that was cool. And then, you know, and then obviously, you know, we just wanted more out of it. You know, that was like the time when, you know, LB was getting on Avalanche and, you know, that whole dynasty, you know, started to grow and, you know,
Yeah.
whatnot. So it's like, you know, we wanted more of it. You know, he, you know, obviously our dad was super supportive and, you know, started, you know, but yeah, we branched out, started, teaming them up with, you know, younger kids and guys that were hungry to do the same. And yeah, started,
Cool.
you know, we started moving up the ranks. You know, we were playing the PSP back then and doing the 5-man stuff. We got into X ball and got up to the D2 level. And, you know, like I kind of mentioned, it's like we had the one season in D2 where it's like every event we got better. You know, first event we just got shit on, you know, it's like, and, you know, making that move. And, but yeah, by the World Cup, you know, we made it in, you know, made it into the Sunday club. I think we ended up finishing like
There we go.
8th or 9th at World Cup. You know, we picked up some better players and it was like, all right, you know, and we were still low enough though that we would have been able to play D2 the next year. So we're like, man, this is next year's going to be our year. You know, we're going to be one of those, you know, top 4 or 5, you know,
Yeah.
perennial Sunday club teams. And just like everything kind of just started to fall apart. Like, you know, this guy moved here, you know, this guy got a job and all that. And it's like, so we kind of,
That's pretty
kinda,
common with
yeah,
paintball, you know.
yeah, unfortunately, you know, but yeah, we had a
Yeah.
lot of great times together, you know, traveling the country and, you know, doing all that stuff, going to different towns, meeting different people and, you know, got real close to really starting to kind of progress up the ladder and then, you know,
hmm
ended up fading off. But, you know, around that time, yeah, we were in college and, you know, started, you
Nice.
know, like us do, had to start focusing on some other things. And, you know, that was kind of the story of the career. You know, we were, you know, never world champions or anything, but
No,
had
that's
a
not
great
what it's
time doing
about.
it, man. That's
That's
all.
it. It's all about the love and the fun, you know? And what I got to know, what was the name of the we always try to get the name of the first team that you played on because we think it's super interesting. Like most of the time they're pretty funny. What was your guys'
It's gonna be
team
Lone
name for
Wolf,
the first
baby.
name? Is it?
No, no. So yeah, it
Damn.
was the name my dad or Tony mentioned. It was like what was it, Tony?
Dixie wrecked.
Oh,
Dixie.
oh my God. Okay. I
Yeah,
wasn't
but
sure if I heard correctly. I was thinking
yeah,
like
no, it,
Dixie. Oh, but it was literally Dix
It was
Erect.
Dixie, so Dixie, and then
Okay.
wreck,
Dixie, yeah.
WR,
Ah,
you know,
okay.
WREC.
That's
Nice
so
little,
funny.
nice little double entendre there.
Yeah, so obviously we didn't come up with that name.
yeah, we were, but I was yeah, he did it as a joke. So when they you know, it was obviously back in the 5-man days where there'd be a guy calling next up on
Yeah.
deck, Dixie wrecked, and then the guy would see it the first time and be like, oh god damn it, and
Yeah.
realize what he just said. And
Uh-huh.
Then they just start calling you Dixie, you know?
Correct. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
All
That's
fun
hilarious.
back then, I guess.
Yeah. See, I knew there would be a good one. I knew it. There was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
good
yeah,
name.
yeah, absolutely.
That's funny, man.
So, fellas, I do want to talk about the field.
hmm
Obviously, paintball fields are at the real foundation of our sport, right? That is, you know, the grassroots. That is where people go and experience the game for their first time. And so, paintball fields and how they're ran, in our opinion, is one of the most important things in the game. Maybe the most important thing in the game, right? So you guys have been around for a really long time. What does your facility look like? Do you guys cater more to the rec players? Do you guys have airball there for the listeners? Let's kind of dive into what your field looks like.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the field's what we've always focused on, like you just said. I mean, fields are, I mean, the cornerstone of paintball. I mean, that's
Mhm.
everybody's first experience. You know, I'm sure, you know, your guys' story is probably similar to everyone else's. Their first time playing was at a birthday party, and you know
Mhm.
whatnot, and you know that's how most guys have started. You know, and
I was at the slaughterhouse. That's where I started.
Old
Nice.
slaughterhouse.
So, but yeah, so we've always, you know, our parks have always focused on private parties, recreational aspect of it. You know, the tournament scenes kind of come and gone throughout the years. You know, and like I said, in California, it's always been strong, but in you know
Mhm.
Michigan area, there's been you know kind of ups and downs throughout the year. But you know that was always Lone Wolf's main focus is always providing a good private party and recreational experience. You know, you come out
Yeah.
for rec ball, and refs are always dividing up teams based on skill and equipment. You know, so little Johnny's not getting thumped on by the regulars that are out there every weekend. So, that's why we've always focused our brand over the years. You know, the tournament scene's definitely growing in Michigan, so we offer airball, you know, that type of stuff. But yeah, the cornerstone has always been the just taking care of parties, man. You know, giving a good first impression to the sport. You know, having a clean facility, a well-run facility. You know, we've always very organized and that type of stuff. So people have a good time. You know, we want to set a good example.
Oh man,
Very
that's
cool.
everything right there. And you know, it's so important for that first experience to be a really good one, you know, with not only the paintballs, the facility like you're talking about, the refs caring about you and taking the time to nurture the groups and make sure that, like you said, little Johnny isn't getting rolled over all weekend. But it's just so important for the growth of the sport to have facilities like your guys's that provide that experience, that really good first time experience. And then into the future as well, as they grow as a paintball player, being able to nurture all the different skill sets that they'll need as they grow as well. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Do you guys have an airball field there, or is it
Yeah.
100%? You do, right? So just 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just one air. Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Yeah, one airball field. So
Yeah.
guys got a spot to play. You know, tournament style. Yeah, the our outdoor course are actually building a new field out there. We have our indoor facility that's all airball. We're actually, now that the summer
Oh,
hit,
wow.
Nice.
we're actually tearing everything out of the indoor, doing a full renovation. You know, look, so be able to relaunch that in the fall for guys. So it's like, yeah, we care about our facilities. We care about people having fun. You know, we offer the low impact options, the 50
Perfect.
cal
You noticed
stuff,
that too, yeah.
for the, you know, the air powered, and then the Splatmaster. You know, Tony's son just turned 7, so he
Awesome.
actually had his first experience. He brought his son and his friends out there to play the JT Splatmaster, the spring powered stuff. So Tony can probably tell you about that, and you know what.
Yeah. Yep. So he's 7 years old and he wouldn't play paintball I've shot him in the backyard a couple times, but he actually invited all of his friends to come play here and they won't quit talking about it, man.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's had one heck of a time. So
Love that.
they
They're
keep
hooked.
asking me,
Awesome.
Dad, when are we going to play again? I'm like, just chill, very soon.
Yeah. Perfect. He's hooked already. I love it.
100%. Yeah, he's hooked.
So do you guys have any divisional teams that play at the national level that your guys' airball facility is their home field?
Got Sandos. Yeah, we got one of the guys. Yeah, they've been pretty successful in the MSXL. You know, they'll play some of the NXL stuff as well. Probably the biggest, like, you know, tournament field in the state would be TC Paintball. You know, Rick over there, TCP Machine, they're in the semi-pro division and in the NXL. So, I mean, yeah, they're probably, I would say, the biggest tournament park in the area. That's what he really focuses on, and he does a great job with it. So it's kind of, but it's nice, you know, it's like we all kind of complement each other. We're, like I said, we're more of the entry level, and he does a good job with that stuff too, of course. But yeah, we're kind of more of like the stepping stone. You know,
Totally.
it's like, you know, but yeah, it's like every state, every area needs that. They need to have parks that kind of cater more towards the entry to mid-level guys. And, you know, then there's other parks that really cater towards the higher end. So it's that way there's an experience for everybody, and it gives them a chance to progress up the ranks at their, you know, their appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. My follow-up question was, you know, what do you guys do to kind of assist that transition from rec ball to tournament paintball, or if anything, you know, and this is something that I know Tyler and I have talked about. I think it'd be really cool if you had these rec fields that, you know, people come, they get exposed to the game for the first time, but if you're also playing, you know, really cool DVDs, I mean, that's outdated, but really cool videos of the pro players, you know, competing at like World Cup, or, you know, you have stuff like that where, you know, you have big posters that are autographed. And so the rec players go, wait, hold on, what's this? Like that looks pretty cool, you know? And because those are the players that want to, you know, play every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Is there anything going on to facilitate that transition? Or
It's funny that you say that, because for a long time before we kind of remodeled the upfront in our actual retail shop, we did have a large TV with a DVD player that played loop videos of our fields. And then we would have the tournament guys, and some players would go into the store to shop and they would sit there and watch the TV and go, what is that fast paced stuff? What is going on there? So yeah, we do. And obviously we have a really large variety and good selection of, like, the Empire Mini GS guns or the beginner guns. And a lot of people want to put down their Tippmann 98 custom,
Mhm.
and slowly, you know, they're like, maybe I should get into this. So
Yeah.
we try to
Love
do
that.
that as best as possible.
Yeah, it works really good too. If they just see, like, you know, like you said, like a video or a poster of some tournament player, they're like, huh, what's going on over here?
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff we do with our content too, you know, we try to cover all aspects of it. You know, we don't just try and focus
Yeah.
on just showing people speedball guns or just showing them Tippmann
Sure.
guns. You know, that's, you know, especially now that we're, you know, doing a lot more of as a content and the social media. It's like we try and highlight the woods ball, we try and highlight the mag fed, the mech play, the tournament play, you know, all these
Yeah.
different levels. So it's like, hey, you know, here's all these options, guys. Just find something. You know, if you're into mag fed, that's great. If you're into tournament play,
Mhm.
if you're just a weekend warrior, like as long as you're playing paintballs, you know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's like
Mhm.
try and do that with our coverage. You know, we'll cover NXL events, you know, show that type of footage, and you know, we'll
Yeah.
try and but we'll put out pictures of, you know, rec ball players and that show, hey, there's something for everybody. So it's
Mhm.
not just to intimidate people and all that. It's like, here's
Yeah.
all the options, guys. Just find something that fits for you and just play it, you know.
That
Absolutely.
that was one of the reasons why we created the Play the Game podcast, was for the love of all paintball. And of course, we're top pro players in the tournament scene, but I didn't start that way. I actually started in the woods. That was how I got into paintball. And I always tell kids, like, do not start in airball, or if you do, you got some cojones and you're ready to get the action going pretty soon. But like, start by having the fun, get out in the woods, go run around and get messy and dirty and dive through a bush. That is some fun stuff, you know. And then, you know, it'll naturally progress to tournament paintball, because you're going to want to keep taking it up a notch and up a notch and getting a little bit quicker, and really getting the methodical, tight knit, closed quarters combat action going. But man, the woods ball is so important. And I just love what you guys are doing, because that's, you know, Play the Game podcast. We said we're doing this for all different facets of paintball, different personal development, and just, you know, for the grassroots players to get people going and keep this sport alive. So I love that you guys have everything. And you also, from what I understand, you have the indoor. Talk to me a little bit about that. Is that at the field as well, at that same park?
Yes, we have two different locations. We have an outdoor location and then a indoor location. So the indoor is got our pro shop and, you know, warehouse space and all that. And then now we have a separate outdoor location about 40 minutes away. So
Awesome.
two different locations for people to play in the state. So
Yeah, we got to get out there and do some sort of PTG school.
Yeah.
yeah,
Do
Immediately.
it.
Yeah, have a fun little event out there. It'll be sweet.
Now the
Yeah.
weather's starting to get warmer, something you guys are used to. So come on over to the East Coast.
Bad weather. I'm learning about it. I've done a lot of travel to the East Coast this kind of off season, and man, it was. I think I was in Philly a couple weeks back, and it was 25 degrees. I was not okay. That was not. It was snowing while we were playing. I was like, man, this is wild
It's
stuff.
a different experience, I can
It
tell
is.
you that much.
Indeed.
You guys had a really cold winter this last one. It was like record breaking, right?
We had a snowfall, I think, I don't know, a couple months back. We walked out my front door to well over a foot of snow on the ground.
Geesh.
Trying to shovel out of that to get your car out of the driveway was an experience, trust me.
Oh yeah, I know. My parents live up in the Mount Shasta area, which is like at the very northern area of California, and they live in between the Mount Shasta mountain and the Eddies, and they're in this valley that just gets hammered. So I'm like, you guys are having fun up here, but I don't know if I could be shoveling all that snow. That's a lot of work.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5-6 months out of the year, it's very cold over here. So
Snow
I would
paintball is
stay in
fun though.
California, I would recommend that.
Yeah.
Snow paintball's better than no paintball.
Yeah.
That is
Snow
Yeah,
paintball.
exactly. So guys, that's I kind of want to dive back into, because I'm always fascinated again by the business side, especially field owners, and I've got some questions as far as, and maybe it doesn't pertain as much since you guys don't put majority of your focus on the tournament side, but from our perspective, I'm always curious from the field owners what you guys think the pro league could be doing better to get more excitement, get more action going at the fields. Like, what, if anything, have you guys put thought into that?
Yeah, I would say. I would say probably the most important thing is doing like what you guys are doing. You know, having big personalities, guys that are actually putting out content, promoting the sport. That's, the HK teams, you guys do really well with having a lot of guys that are taking the time to, put out content, organize these shows. I mean, we know how much work it is. And, people, oh, you're just sitting in front of a camera and, doing like, it's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of planning that goes into it. So, yeah, I mean, I would think that
a lot
would
of
be my
makeup,
biggest thing.
you gotta, a lot of makeup and
Gotta hit the powder room first. Yeah.
all that. But yeah, just getting the game out there, man. I mean, having guys that are likable, approachable, like you guys that are doing clinics. I mean, going to these different parks, getting kids involved, and putting out daily posts, keeping people excited. I mean, we're in that age right now. I mean, if you're not putting stuff out there, I mean, it's hard to not it's hard to get noticed if you're not. So
Yeah. You're
absolutely.
so right.
Yeah, and you guys are open 7 days a week. Does the park close or?
Yeah, we do. Open play on the weekends, private parties, all throughout the week, and
Cool.
whatnot. So yeah, we're usually always available. So yeah, for the most
Awesome.
part. So
You guys attack business parks and schools, things like that, I'm sure.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's the perfect thing for a company outing, right? It's a great team bonding experience. Paintball is a unique game where it requires a lot of trust, communication, strategy, and there's a sense of unity when you have your team versus that team, and you're in some way fighting for your life, right? If you fighting for your life out there, and it's high adrenaline. So I've always thought that paintball has a unique opportunity. It seems like the parks that do understand that do very well in getting repeat customers from different businesses that come year after year and attacking that kind of group.
We do have a lot of corporate outings that will be return customers year after year.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to say that they shot their boss. Trust me.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's even we got like Thomas Taylor, he's live on the show right now. We just did his show yesterday, and he was talking about how his first time was with his church group. And you got businesses, churches, and just birthday parties, big groups that all want to get out there and have some fun, and there's no better way to do it than playing some paintball. I'll tell you that much.
Speaking of the church stuff, which is interesting, you wouldn't think that a lot, people that are religious and all that wouldn't want to go out there and use weapons or whatever you want to call them, but we do a lot of church groups and like a lot of football teams and stuff like that too. So it's
Awesome.
really cool to see how a lot of these new faces getting into the game.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, surprisingly, there are a ton of church groups. Church groups love paintball.
Sure. Yes, they do. Yes,
like
they do.
they like going out there, running around, having fun. And it's like I was saying with Thomas, it's kind of like hardwired into our DNA with this game of like cat and mouse. When you're young, you play tag and all these kind of things. And then you get out there and you get to, play this wild game of paintball and run around and tag each other with paintballs. And it's just the best time ever.
Yes, it certainly is. It's a good time. That's why we're still in it.
That's it, man. That's it. It's the best.
You guys still get out there and play?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Awesome.
I've been played the ICPL with Detroit Fusion.
Okay.
Nice.
And I still get out there and play some X-ball from time to time. So yeah.
Cool. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, myself. Yeah, I don't play. Yeah, Tony will still play the tournament side or whatnot. I'm definitely a few pounds heavier than I used to be, so I'm not doing as much of the tournament.
All the more reason to play.
Yeah, no, actually, but yeah, I still play the. We have rec ball, and I really like playing the scenario games now. That's another great aspect of paintball that
That's
a lot of people don't talk. Yeah, the scenario games, man. It's just, the Living Legends and those type of events. Just going out, and it's like those are some of the best weekends, man. It's just hanging out. No stress, no, man. The refs made this bad call, or all right, who's gonna do what off the break, or 10 guys arguing in a hotel room about what's the best lane to shoot. The night before the tournament and whatnot. It's like. That's definitely kind of my favorite style of play now is just having a weekend with the boys and setting up camp at a big scenario game and going out and just playing. So.
It sounds like so much fun, and I think that is a high percentage of paintball players would have to agree with you. We're as tournament players, we're the minority. We might get maybe a little bit more shine in these videos and like things like that, but the grassroots of paintball, the foundation is players that just want to go out with the boys, have a good time, play some paintball, and just get their adrenaline going and having fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you guys host any sort of scenario events at your field?
Yeah, actually, last couple of years, we've been doing some scenario games. Last year, most of the stuff kind of got called off just with all the COVID stuff.
course,
No one was trying to, have 500 people at their park in one day and whatnot. But yeah, actually, this year we have like our big free for all events planned. Again, it's like, we'll get 500-600 players out. It's kind of a great, it's not as an intricate scenario game as, some of the Legends events and things like that. Just kind of more of like a good introduction where we get a lot of rec play. We do free rentals that day, and just to encourage, new people to come out. We'll drop all the rope lines and play all 40 acres at once, and different flags to take over. So it's nothing crazy. It's kind of
500 people.
We got get a bunch of people out there. So I mean, those are great times, man. I mean, the new players love it, and just guns shooting off everywhere and adrenaline's pumping and all that. So if we try and do that, there's a tournament league that I had founded, the NXPL up here in Michigan. We do that too. This year, Chris from Crew Paintball's kind of taking it over since, we got, so we've been in all aspects of it. We've hosted clinics for tournament players, and we've had Ronnie come out here before, and Carl Markowski, and do clinics. So we, again, like I said, we try and offer a little something for everybody, that way it's like, people can get exposed to paintball, and we got all different aspects, and then they can kind of venture off from there. If you want to be a big time tournament player, you usually head out to, TC. If you want to get real big into the scenario games, there's Hell Survivors, which has been in Michigan forever. And Dave does a great job with the, those real detailed type of scenario games and all that. So it's like, we've got something for everybody. And then there's a place to kind of branch off and go down that path that, you find most enjoyable. So,
yeah. Man, I'm trying to play 200 on 200 anytime I can. That sounds like a riot.
Oh yeah, that's a great time. I mean, like I said, it's the best times you'll have. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, come on up during the Michigan in the summer, man. We'll take
it. I'm there.
We're gonna make it happen.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, for sure. I played my first. Obviously, I played a lot of woods ball. Played woods ball tournaments and things like that. But I played my first scenario game where it's all these different rules. You got to get the slapsticks to get points and like all that kind of stuff. A couple years ago, out at Outdoor Adventure, it's a field in Wisconsin that I go to pretty frequently. I think I'll be back out there early June this year for a clinic. So if you guys are in the area, little plug there. But I played my first scenario style game there, and it was so much fun. I had such a good time. It's just it really opened my eyes to what I've kind of always known, but I mean, it just really put me full send in all paintball is fun. Paintball is just such a good game. There's so many ways that this sport can be played, and there's so many different ways that people can fall in love with it. I think we've been silly for a long time trying to say that tournament paintball is the way forward and it's the only way forward, and by tournament paintball, obviously I mean like X-ball and that style. Paintball is a great game all the way around, right? And so pushing all aspects of it has become way more important to me, and I know Tyler feels the same as of late.
Absolutely.
So if we can get out there and do some sort of scenario game, that would be sweet. That'd be really badass.
Oh yeah, sign me up. Absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I'd love to have you guys out. So I got plenty of Sky Miles. Get you guys both some tickets. Put you guys up for the weekend. So
are they Delta Sky Miles?
They are Delta, man. Hey, we're Detroit. Delta's a hub city, man.
That's right.
We don't mess with anything other than Delta. So
you're talking Marcelo's language now.
Yeah, that's my love language right there, baby.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah. I know. I'm a Southwest king over here, A-list supreme. That's what when I walk up, they salute me. Southwest, let's go.
I was just hoping you
Major Harmon.
Spirit.
Yeah. Oh no, but I'll roll with some Spirit. I've flown into Cup a couple times on Spirit Red Eyes, and that gets you primed up for a good weekend right there. I'll tell you.
You're a brave soul.
I know, dude. I was like, how do you recline this thing? This lady, she was like, oh, it's a secret button under the seat, and it's all the way. I was like, holy smokes, you saved my life. If she didn't help me, I would have been cooked. Just sitting like straight board back.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Dude, you used to do some gnarly because you were working Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
terminating stuff.
Mhm.
Man, you used to have some gnarly red eyes into events, and it never
Yeah.
affected you, which was even crazier. Just like,
I know. I
like,
actually did better, I think.
yeah, maybe. I like it. I like
Show
it.
up to an event after
So,
flying all night, eyes red, just jack full of coffee, and
Yes.
ready to rip some heads off. So
That's it, man. Hungry, just frothing,
yeah,
ready to go.
well, yeah, because you flew Spirit, so they didn't give you any complimentary
Yep.
snacks.
That's right. Yeah, I had to pay
extra.
$10 a pack.
100%.
Mhm.
Uh,
So Phyllis, let's talk a little bit about the online store, and something that I think I've been asking from day one. But what's up with this beef jerky? You guys have beef jerky on there that looks phenomenal. What's going on with that? You guys make that? What's the deal? Give us the lowdown.
Tony, if you want to jump in this one.
Okay, so the beef jerky. So we had a field that was at a trade center years back that there was an Amish guy that would bring in some of the best beef jerky ever had.
Whoa.
When the trade center closed down, obviously the beef jerky shop went away.
Mm.
So we did a little research and we found out where this guy was actually getting it from.
Okay.
So it was from an Amish farm out of Ohio. So we reached out to them, and Joe, gave him a call and said, how do we get a hold of this? They said, you got to order X amount. Joe said, okay, here's my order. And we got it in. And that was kind of, that's it. It's some of the best beef jerky I've literally ever had. Not just obviously plugging the jerky in, but
Dude, we got to get some.
Yeah.
We got to get some. You guys got to send some. I love beef jerky. I like go out of my way to get good beef
you
jerky.
can be the judge of it. I'll have Joe
Okay.
get your address and he'll send you some.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, that's
You've
fantastic.
been buying what is it called? The alien jerky?
Alien jerky. Yeah, like if you ever drive out to Nevada, my mom and
I've seen those shops out there.
yeah, they're delicious, man.
Okay.
It's unfortunately become pretty touristy. It's way overpriced. It's a little bit of a tourist trap now, but the beef jerky is unbelievable. It's so good. It is so good.
I love that you guys hunted down the
Yeah, me
individual
too,
who
me
made
too.
the jerky.
Me too. I'm looking at this honey barbecue jerky, sweet and spicy barbecue. Oh my God, you guys have garlic jerky too?
Yeah,
This
the garlic's really, really good.
Ooh, honey pepper. I mean, this is my favorite part of the website right here. This is great. I might just be on there buying beef jerky. And it's like really cheap.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not
Dude.
bad at all.
Yeah.
This
that's
jerky-
In general,
fantastic.
beef jerky's expensive either way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's a good lean protein snack for you.
Oh, great for
Totally.
traveling too. Like if you're
Sure.
if you're gonna be at the paintball field all day, beef jerky is one of the best little snacks you can have. 100%.
Travels very, very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to stay charged on the move. No better way than with the beef jerky.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so yeah, we get a lot of people that will go out of the way for that, but no, it's been good. But yeah, the whole like you kind of mentioned, just like our whole online store, it was actually something that kind of grew because of the YouTube channel. So again,
wow.
like I said,
Okay.
our history has always been kind of the parks. We'd always been very focused on the parks and just getting people into the game. Again, providing those good experiences and. But yeah, the whole kind of YouTube or the whole online store for us really came about because of our YouTube channel. We started making videos and we're doing, playing content, some product reviews, and soon enough, people start asking. You start to get more than 10 subscribers, and people start asking like, hey, well, where can we buy this stuff? And I was like, well, I'm like, yeah, I guess we could, start getting an online store set up. And we started. I mean, if I look back, found some screenshots, my original online store was terrible, dude. It was like one page, we never had a ton of inventory, and but it started to grow, over the years, more videos, more subscribers and all that. And we just stuck with it and started adding more product, eventually upgraded, software providers, and had a better store, some more features. We started carrying more products, starting doing some more, giving people more options. And yeah, it started to grow. Like end of 2019 is when the site really started to get some good traction and take off. And this past about a year ago in March, after the initial COVID shutdown and all that, we upgraded our platform, and now it's like we have a very nice website. I mean, I'd say definitely one of the top websites on the internet. We're literally adding new inventory every day. We're doing a ton of custom stuff. We're doing all the type of things where, you can order goggles with every different lens in it. You can order part swap guns. We're doing custom anodized guns now. We have a full-time tech that works for us now. He customizes guns, anodizing, everything like that. So yeah, we're putting a lot of time into it, working closely with all the major manufacturers, HK, Field One, Dye, Planet, everybody. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's kind of the story behind that. It was the social media, the YouTube channel. People would start watching our videos and find them helpful, and then hey, we want to support you guys, and so that's what's really drove us. And yeah, now it's like hands down one of the top retailers in the country now. I mean, there's maybe one or two other shops that are as big as we are, and but yeah, it's and same thing like we've always done. We're just focused on providing a good customer experience. We've seen what other sites have done, and some of the downfalls and the complaints that people would give about them, and we've taken that feedback and just always trying to do it better. That's what we look at. It's like how can we do this better, provide a good experience, and again, like you said in the beginning, you'll never please everybody, but we provide great customer service, same day shipping, if there is any mix-ups or whatnot, everything's easily fixed, and all that. So we're very fortunate, man. Very fortunate to be where we're at. So
and it all started with one foot in front of the other from the beginning. Like you said, it wasn't this beautiful online store in the beginning. You said you got screenshots and it was rough, but that's the best part about it is not, don't get caught up in all the details. Just get started, create whatever you have stored up in your mind that is a dream of yours, and get it going. Because you can't write the whole plan out. You just got to start moving and keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep growing. And slowly but surely, you're going to pick up all the pieces that you're missing. You're going to, like you said, see the details that others are kind of lacking in, and capitalize on those. And it's just about, keep moving forward and just keep having fun with the process, Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that's life in general. I mean, that's
Yeah.
literally anything in life that you want to be good at, just start and keep growing and learn as you go. So
that's it. Don't overcomplicate it. I think there's a ton of people that overcomplicate what they want to attack in their dreams, but it's just like, get moving in that direction. You'll figure it out. It'll happen. It'll come together,
If you want it bad enough, you will get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Absolutely. You and Marcelo didn't wake up one day, jump up out of bed, and have a dynasty jersey on your back.
No.
Took you guys a lot of time and sacrifice to get there.
Yeah, I wish it would have happened that easy. That would be nice.
One of the most insulting things somebody can say is "must be nice."
Yeah.
Right. Must be nice when they see your success, and it's just it wasn't handed to you, and it obviously it just shows a lack of understanding what it takes to achieve great things. So speaking of that,
if they knew behind the scenes what you did to bust your ass to get there, they wouldn't say "must be nice."
Exactly.
A lot of time and sacrifice to put in.
Absolutely.
I'll bet you at the tournaments, a lot of people are going to be saying "must be nice" to you.
Yeah, bring it on, baby. It's funny, I've gotten my fair share of it, now that I'm sporting and rocking around in the new Tesla. You're like, oh, must be nice, bro. I'm like, you know what? It is actually. It is. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Guys, I want to talk about some hurdles that you guys may have faced, building these businesses in the game, in paintball. Any type of hurdles, in any adventure, in any whether you're trying to build a business or build a playing career, there's always going to be some hurdles. What were some big ones that you guys had to overcome, and how'd you do it?
I mean, throughout the years, like I said, it's always tough, man. I mean, when owning your own business, obviously this past year, 2020, the whole COVID thing, that was major, definitely one of the most recent hurdles everybody had to overcome. All of a sudden, one day, we're running parties in mid-March here at the indoor, busiest month of the year for indoor play. We're booked solid every weekend, and all of a sudden we're like, wow, the state just closed down. Like, everybody's closed. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna get by? Like, and all that. But we kept our heads high and kept doing what we were doing, pumping content, letting people know, hey, we're here, we're still shipping orders. We can't play games right now, but you can still buy stuff. Fields are going to be open back up soon. Outdoor play will resume, soon enough. And I mean, yeah, that was definitely one of the most major hurdles, but
And people
Yeah,
are going to
just
support you, when you're out there like that, when you're showing, hey, we're here for you guys. And and thankfully you guys had positioned yourself well for something like that, having the online space to really dive 100% in when that happened.
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, for sure. And just, yeah, I mean, other stuff over the years. I mean, being Michigan, running outdoor parks. I mean, the weather's bad. You got those type
Yeah.
of things. I mean, life's always full of adversity, man. It's just about, how you can take bad situations that come your way and just, not get down about it and just, hey, how can I focus? Like, hey, I just, sat back and took a hit, but I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna keep moving forward, and I'm gonna shift and audible and keep on going. So.
Yep. Got to be thinking on the toes all the time.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Nothing in life is easy, that's for sure, especially in business and
Yeah.
all that. So I mean, there's always something that comes up. A compressor breaks on a big tournament day, and or whatever the case may be, or
Yeah,
a
it's a
paint
big
truck
one right
shows
there.
up late. Yeah, you're scrambling for paint for one weekend because deliveries were delayed, or
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it's always something. But just not being a quitter and just
Yeah.
knowing, hey, at the end of the day, what I'm doing, it's meaningful, and it's making a lot of other people happy. So, like,
Yeah.
keep
How
it
do you
going.
That's Go ahead, Marsh.
how do you guys feel about paint, the current state of the paintball itself? I know we talked about it on the show. I think a lot of companies have, they offer a lower grade because it's, more affordable and easier for you to get that paint into the consumer's hands. Do you guys feel that it has been somewhat of an issue for retail rec players?
As far as
And I know
what, like,
I know it's a tricky question. I'm sorry. Let
like
me
the
be a little more
quality
clear. I
of the
guess like,
paint, you're saying?
yeah, the quality of the paint, right? I think it's such an important part of the game that you have to have quality paint for someone who's playing for their first time, right? And I just remember back in the day, like you remember Evil was just you had a paintball and that thing was just so dynamite.
Yep.
You paid a premium. You definitely paid a little bit more for the paintball. But it was all so good. You had Hellfire, you had all these different paintballs that were just like, you shot that paintball, it shot so straight, and when it broke on something, it was this magnificent explosion of like it made that process so much more fun. And I understand a lot of the companies have been forced to kind of cut costs, and I get that. Not calling them out, like no one's doing it more than the other. It's just kind of the standard now. But I feel like that kind of gives these players a little, a worse experience.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, yeah, it's like you said. I mean, you got your pros and cons. I mean, it's like people. When paintball is an expensive game, it's like it's like we
It
at
is.
the park. We try and use a field ball that's kind of in the middle area, something that's affordable, but it's not a monster ball and a white bucket from Dunham's that's rock
Perfect.
hard,
Yeah,
but
right.
something. But yeah, no, I mean, you hit the nail on the head though. I mean, having good paint. I mean, having stuff that's accurate, having stuff that doesn't just feel like you got to hit with a rock. I mean, that obviously turns people out.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, yeah, I think one of the best things to happen is the 50 cal stuff. It's that's a way to make paint that's a little bit more affordable, but still doesn't hurt people. Kind of takes the pain out of paintball and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, like you said, yeah, it's I mean, there's definitely been changes over the years, but yeah, no, I mean, it's work.
As long as you just buy HK and you'll be fine. So don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish all the companies would cut that lower tier. I know if I went to play paintball for the very first time and some of the paint out there, if that's what I shot, I probably would never go back.
Yeah, 100%.
But I know you guys take that into account with
course.
everything that you do at your field, because you guys are smart individuals, and that first experience is everything. But we've seen, we've traveled quite a bit, and there's been times where we go and we're like, oh man, these rec players are just mashing paint or breaking every other ball, and it just, that experience is kind of diminished, because the best part about paintball is when you send a good one and you watch it break off and you're like, yeah, I got one. And you get to call that out to your team and make another move off of it. That's where the excitement comes in paintball. And if you got players out there just mashing it up and not having fun, they might not come back. So we always,
Yeah, 100%, Ty. It's like in golf, you literally need one good shot the whole day. Where like you hit it real nice, you send it, and you're like, oh, that felt good. It looked good. That was good. I'm coming back. No matter how bad the rest of the round is, like that keeps you coming back.
Yeah.
Well, it's similar, you know, like you need those good shots. And so yeah, paint's an important one to us. And, you know, again, sorry, I wasn't trying to put anybody on the spot. Just I think it's important to regulate that, you know, that aspect of the game as well.
Yeah, no, I would agree though. Like you said, kind of cutting out that entry level stuff. That way people don't have just a bad experience. You know,
Right.
yeah, usually everything we stock is at least everybody's kind of mid to
Mhm.
higher end stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean,
Fantastic.
you know, guys will ask, well, why can't you sell me paint for $25 a case? I'm like, I can, but
You don't want
it's
that.
I
garbage.
don't want
I don't,
that. Yeah.
I don't want to say, yeah, it's like, you know, everything we carry on our store, our website and that is, you know, stuff we'd be comfortable using. You know, it's like, yeah,
Love
there's
that.
different price points, different tiers of stuff, but it's like, you know, if I know something's junk, I just don't want to sell it because, like you said, they're going to have a
Love
bad experience and they're going to come back to me with complaints. I don't want you to come back to me with complaints. I want you to come back saying, man, I really love that thing you sold me. That was great. I had a good experience. You know, they're happy. I'm happy. I mean, no one wants problems. So, but
Exactly.
yeah, I would definitely agree. I mean, getting rid of just, you know, that cheap garbage economy, you know, Walmart type paint. I mean, it doesn't have a place. I mean, you know, really and truly. So
It's good to hear. Again, if, you know, I think we've only had one other field owner on the show, and it's Dave Pando. He does a very, very good job out there in Ohio.
Yep.
But
He's Level Up Sports.
yeah, Level Up Sports, exactly. Yeah, major shout out to them. He crushes it with that park. But it's very important. And I can tell you guys, regulating the experience, the first experience for new players is everything. You know, like that's our moment to either hook somebody or don't. You know, someone goes to a birthday party and there's so many, not just the paint, there's so many other things like you guys already spoke on, having a clean facility, you know, making sure you have refs that provide a good experience and just everything, right? That's our one chance to either hook somebody for life or have them, you know, put the gun down and never play again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we got to keep them coming back out.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So you said something about the NXPL. That's a league that you guys are doing as well out there. Can you
it was a league I had founded with Chris Dixon, who runs Crew Paintball. I know. I think Marcelo's been there before, right? I think you did a clinic with Ryan.
Oh, CRU. Yeah.
Crew. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a league. Yeah, I'd founded with him. You know, we worked
Nice.
together. It was originally just our two fields. By the the last season, we were able to actually held 5 different events at 5 different parks. All across the state of Michigan, which was cool. You know, we were
Awesome.
kind of breaking down those barriers. So I only play this field. I only play this field. It was so it was something I was in on the ground floor with. You know, this past season, you know, I actually ended up selling him the league, so he's going to kind of take it over and continue to run that on his own. But it was something I was really proud of. Put a lot of last 5 years into growing that and building a good league for tournament players, and it was just about getting everybody involved. You know, breaking down the walls of I play this field or that. I'm like, hey, paintball's a small enough sport, man. I'm like, we can't have everybody fighting and arguing and all that. I'm like, we all got to work together to grow this pie. I mean, if we want to get paintball out to other people. So,
yeah, talk to me about the difficulties of running a paintball league, because I know that is not an easy task to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, Tony and I both know about that. Yeah, I mean, it's just like everything, organizing refs, coordinating stuff, dealing with people complaining about the paint, and all that. I mean, it's just everything. When guys aren't winning, it's everybody else's problem.
Yeah.
The referees, the broken compressors,
Oh man, yeah, just hurdle after hurdle.
Are awful, and they don't know what they're doing, and good times.
But that's
Go ahead, Ty.
It's so difficult. I mean, like you're gonna say, reffing is just hard, man.
It's a hard job. Yeah. As a pro player, I have reffed, Mike Hinman's league, tournaments, and I see something, I'm like, you're both out. I'm like, oh man, I think I just missed that one. It's a difficult thing to do. That's what we still need to do. We need to get one of the head refs from the NXL field on big time. I really want to talk to some.
Dude, we got to get Boogie on.
That would be dope. Yeah, there's a couple of the old school head refs that would be tight to have on for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about, Boogie. That guy's been reffing forever. I mean, he's reffed the original World Cups in the woods and all the way to now. So,
one of my favorite guys.
Yeah, I would say, big shout out to anybody that is willing to put on the stripes and ref.
Yes.
It's like, as a tournament league runner, man, I'd always keep an extra ref jersey. Somebody would come up and complain to me about the refs and say, you're right. I can tell you have it figured out. Here's your jersey. I'll have an envelope of cash at the end of the day for you, my friend. I'm like, just go out there and show them how it's done. And literally no one ever took the jersey or the cash.
Of course.
So, definitely a big shout out to anybody that's willing to ref, man. It's a thankless job. no matter what,
Yeah.
half the guys on the field are pissed at you,
Mhm.
so whatever call you make, half the guys are going to bitch,
Yeah,
and say,
that's just how it goes.
say you're stupid, you don't know what you're doing, and you had
Mhm.
one job. Go, well, it's more than maybe one job, but there's a lot of things that go into it. So
Oh
definitely
yeah.
a lot of respect and appreciation for anybody that's willing to ref a paintball tournament. So
Yes. Thank you, refs out there, for everything you guys do. And you're right, man. It is so hard. It's like watching 10 soccer balls get kicked around at one time, and you gotta keep your eyes on everything. And, like you said, it's a hard job. So most of the people also, like you said, don't want to put that jersey on and take that cash. And then, you got one guy who's got to watch like 2 or 3 people on his side. So Marcelo and I both know, because we've refed, it's like when we get out there, there's so much going on that when a bunker happens or one of these big moves, if you don't have your eyes locked on to that shot of that player at that very moment, you're going to miss that call. And it happens so fast. We're super lucky that we have instant replay now, which is cool in the NXL.
That has been a really cool feature for sure.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. I can't believe that we have that. And we have it on our phones. It's just like, what universe are we living in now? When I was a kid, I would have never dreamed I could watch paintball in my hand, at the tournament of the games going on.
Speaking of that, I want to say Go Sports has brought, good light. A lot of people want to, complain about paying the $10 a month to watch you guys play. Dude, it's $10 a month. Like,
yeah,
they're doing a huge favor for everyone to be able to sit at home on the couch and watch you guys compete out there.
totally.
And they're complaining about $10 a month, which
I pay for 2 subscriptions. Yeah.
There you go.
Like I could easily argue that I should get free subscriptions, but I never. I gladly pay for 2 subscriptions. One's for me. Obviously I like to watch a lot of film, and then one I give out to, family or whoever wants to watch me compete that weekend,
Sure.
and I pay for it. Like, you're right.
$20. Yeah.
Yeah. But everyone doesn't need 2. $10, $10. $10. I guarantee you today, everyone listening, you're going to waste $10 on something that you absolutely don't need. I guarantee
you.
it.
Wasted $10 at Starbucks this morning.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. That's why you got to get your PTG mug. It will cost you about $10, but after that, you get cheap coffee when you make it at home.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Another one. Another one.
Another one.
Dude, that's funny.
Yeah. Hey guys, as fans of the game, do you guys still watch all of the Go Sports footage? You keep up to date with all the tournaments that happen?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I as much as I can. I mean, obviously, if I'm at work, I got it playing on my computer in the background while I'm doing stuff.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
As a fan, do you think what would you like to see change as far as like maybe how they film or maybe anything with the format? Is there anything, or do you just enjoy it the way it is?
I think they've made changes over the years. I think they're doing a great job with it. It's
Awesome.
like, I think, kind of going back to what Tyler was saying, like there's so much going on at one point in time.
Mhm.
Like if you missed a big move or someone got bunkered out, or like, I think they do a pretty good job of keeping up and trying to get the big moves and the huge plays that happen. So yeah, I think they do a pretty good job.
And they have that new zip wire camera that's been
Correct. Yes,
tremendous.
exactly. So they do upgrades and kind of gather some, thoughts from other players. And so
the only thing that we talk about is just the split deck. We're like, come on, I know that they need the time and everything, but it just kind of, for the storyline and everything, we would like to have just the game be one fluid motion.
Right. That would, the split deck. Yeah. Like you said, they got to keep it moving, but if you was just in this next 20 minutes, I'm just watching Dynasty versus, whoever, or
it just having that 2 minutes in between points would really give the appropriate time for Maddie to, make like a slow motion replay, talk about why this shot or this move from the previous point was so important. And you would be able to show the viewer like, wow, that was a hard shot. That was a difficult move, rather than in real time. It's hard especially if you don't understand paintball, it's really hard to see and understand the skill gap,
So you guys have been in the game for about 30 years. Is that right?
Yeah. Lone Wolf's been around, forever. Like I said, we were just little kids when, my dad first started it. So born and raised into it, man. I mean, it's all we've ever known. So
love that. So you've seen it pretty much from the beginning to where we're at right now. And I just kind of want to get your thoughts on how we can package this thing the best, or anything that we can do or any insight that you have on the game and where you think paintball is headed into the future and how we can give it the best opportunities for growth as we move forward. Because there's not, we need people like you guys who have a really good foundation and awareness of the game to kind of, have that good insight for the future as well.
Yeah, no, like so. Yeah, I mean, we've obviously seen it progress from all the different formats. I mean, I think right now is honestly one of the best times in paintball there is. I mean, there really is.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the Go Sports coverage. I mean, they've done phenomenal with, creating those storylines and making those trailers. Leading up to World Cup, doing stuff like an ESPN, like it's
Yeah.
Alabama versus LSU. They're doing these, dynasty, fought back this season, and it's, won the World Cup. I mean, I love that stuff. One of the other things I really love to see is, much respect to Tim Montrosser. I think what he did, years ago, was huge for the
Tremendous.
for that type of aspect of, bringing the mechanical stuff back. I mean, getting everybody involved and all that. So, I mean, that was, that's huge. I mean, I think right now is truly one of the best times because there's a format for everybody right now. Scenario games are doing awesome. MagFit stuff's doing really well. The NXL, the tournament style. You got your wood, your mechanical. You got all that type of stuff. So I mean, I truly kind of believe we're in one of the best points ever of paintball. People are playing more than ever. There's every format. There's slow guns, fast guns, or everything. So I mean, if we can kind of continue on, I think where we are now, would be excellent. Just everybody just working together, to keep growing the sport, just getting everybody to play.
I love that. I think you're so right, man. I think you're 100% right that we are in the best time ever of paintball. I think there's more eyes than we've ever had on paintball right now in this moment, thanks to all the telecom and the youth love paintball. Kids love playing paintball. It is one of the most exciting things, especially in this digital age we live in, to be able to get out and play those live video game scenarios that they love doing inside and get them outdoors and get that adrenaline rushing. Because, for most people, they've never experienced anything like when you're running away from someone shooting projectile paintball at you.
Instead of on the TV screen,
Exactly.
Let's bring Call of Duty into real life. So
there we go.
Yep.
We're hardwired, like the youth is hardwired for paintball moving into the future. So I think we're going to see a major boom as we move into the future, just off of the kids picking up a paintball gun and going out there and doing what they already love to do, that they're kind of hardwired for.
Would fully agree when their parents make them get up off the couch, outside, go to your local paintball field, and you're going to love it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. The unfortunate thing is now you can make millions and millions of dollars by sitting on the couch playing those video games.
That is also true.
So it's like now the kid's like, hold on though, mom, I'm training,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So we got to make it to where paintball players can make millions of dollars and get them off the couch and get them out on the field. So that's the next thing.
We're working
and shout out to Meta Threads while we're on the subject. Everything that they're doing in the esports and Transfuse, they're doing esports tournaments as well. It's a really, like we're talking about, a major space for the youth. They're eating it up and beyond. Everybody's playing video games and having a good time, running around and getting that excitement. Meta Threads is just as big as HK Army now. I mean, they're sponsors. I think they're doing all the merch for like Xbox and Microsoft and a bunch of the big players in the esports realm right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy what they've done with that.
Absolutely. So, all right, fellas, let's see. One, I'm really excited for this jerky. Two, excited to get out and check out your guys' facility and put together some kind of event. Before we close out the show, is there anything else you guys want to talk about or share with the listeners with what you have going on over there at Lone Wolf?
I want to say first off to you guys, keep up what you're doing. There's a lot of people that I've talked to personally that watch, PTG.
Heck yeah.
Do it. So you guys are killing it.
Awesome.
And we look forward to working with you guys in the upcoming future. You guys coming on out to the fields. We'll make a big announcement, bring all the kiddies in. You guys got to sign autographs for them.
All day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're going to have to sign. They're going to have to sign a release form that if we sign an autograph for them, they can't then talk smack about us later on the internet.
Well, they're probably still going to do that anyway. So.
For sure.
No, bring it on. Bring it on.
Bring it
and
on.
like you said, Shop Lone Wolf Paintball. We cannot thank you guys enough for everything that you've done for the show and for the community of paintball as a whole. It's a family, and we are so honored to be a part of this family with you guys and just keep bringing good times to the paintball scene together. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, no,
Any
absolutely.
closing words?
So no, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, had a real good show with you guys. Love
Heck
chatting
yeah.
with you guys. I mean, just can't wait
You
to
guys-
see where this goes. So
You're going to AZ soon. You guys are coming out here.
yeah, we're actually we're gonna be in Arizona next week. We'll be getting in Thursday, April 15th. So
Awesome.
And then we're gonna be out at AZ Battle Zone all day Saturday the 17th. That'll be first weekend the NXL Florida layouts out. So I know all the teams are going to be out there setting it up. I mean, I talked to Rafi, the guy that owns that park, and I mean, another park owner. You can tell that guy puts his heart and soul into what he does. So
Absolutely.
Really excited to actually meet him in person. But
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like he's done a lot for that community. So
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna have such a good time out at Battle Zone, and LB will be out there too. Huge legend that you guys got to grow up with. Rusty's in the area. Hopefully he'll be out there as well. I'll be in Chicago next weekend. Is it next weekend? That's right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll be in Chicago.
This weekend. What do you mean? It's this weekend.
Oh, this weekend.
We have practice, Bubba.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have layout release. We'll be jamming, getting ready for that first event. Who you guys rooting for?
Dynasty, of course.
Let's go.
There we go.
Let's go.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
You guys got targets on your back, man.
Yes, we do.
It's
Got
always a
19
good
other
thing.
teams going to be out there for blood. So
Mhm.
but,
We're looking forward to it. Can't
yeah,
wait.
no, that's cool, man. Obviously, you guys perform well under pressure. So
Yeah, it's inspiring. Like just the whole storyline, and we want to make sure Old Man Greenspan keeps winning these trophies. So we want to keep bringing those trophies back home to Papa.
it's cool. And we tell obviously you guys put a lot of dedication into it. That past year, I mean, out of all the other guys and all the other teams, it's like all the dynasty players would tell you guys were out, out practicing and that. So it was really no surprise that you guys had won the event. And even like Dizon had told me he practiced you guys like the weekend before Cup, and he's like, dude, he's like, I had a feeling, he probably won't say it on camera, might be mad. He's like, I had a feeling they were going to be. He's like, they were just playing lights out, man. You could just tell they'd been practicing hard as a unit, all season, despite all the adversity. So that was awesome to see, man. See you guys back on top. I mean, that's obviously the team we grew up as kids, man, is watching Dynasty. I mean, winning, Triple Crowns and winning NXL and, MPPL and all that, and everything. So it was cool.
It's such a legendary organization. We're so lucky to be a part of it.
Yeah, and you guys, the next generation. So Marcel told me you guys only just starting to hit your stride. So got a lot of years on top left. So
we got a couple tricks up our sleeve too. So be ready out there in Florida. We're coming for it. Let's go.
Awesome, man. So
Guys.
Well, thanks again for having us, man. Like you said, shop lonewolfpaintball.com, and anything you guys need, of course, play the game and everything, and let's just keep getting people to play paintball.
Amen. I love that. Yeah. Head over to lonewolfpaintball.com. Also, their Instagram is Lone Wolf PB.
Yep.
And YouTube. What's the YouTube again?
If you just search Lone Wolf Paintball, but it's like YouTube/Lone Wolf PBMI, that'll come up. Lone Wolf PB on TikTok. Like Tony had said, we got putting out a lot of fun content on there, stuff that we're not putting on Instagram. But TikTok's got a lot of just fun behind the scenes stuff and other goofy things, and just having fun with it, man. Just letting people kind of get a glimpse of what we do every day. We love what we do. So
that's half the battle right there. You gotta love it. All right, gentlemen. Well, hey, thank you so much, and you guys stay safe out there, and we'll see you hopefully soon at one of these big fun events at your field.
Oh yeah, for sure. Take it
You
easy,
as
guys.
well, guys, and we'll send you some beef jerky, Marcelo.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you.
Let's go.
I can't wait. Reviews incoming.
Yeah.
All righty, fellas. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Have a good
Here,
one.
guys. Have a good day.
See you guys.
Easy.
Thanks.
Bye.
PTG fam, thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening with us and hanging out. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode. That was awesome getting to know Joe and Tony. I love family paintball stories. You know, it's very close to my heart. It's very close to Tyler's heart. We both, you know, started playing and spent so much time in the game with our fathers. So to hear a similar story like that with Joe and Tony is very cool, and they have obviously done a fantastic job building an amazing paintball business, you know, both at the grassroots level with a very successful field and their online retail store, which is also doing very well. So major shout out to them, and just so thankful to have them on the show, and for all of you guys for tuning in. If you guys would like, you could head over to ptgpaintball.com and show your support. You guys can become part of the Patreon over there, and you know, we're doing some really cool things, behind the scenes stuff, extra videos, all sorts of extra content. So again, everybody, as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you very soon.